Good morning. Good morning, people. Hi. Why am I awake? Because I'm baking a cake. And I just opened my shades and I said, wow, look at the sky. Look at that scenery. The birds are chirping. The bushes and trees are just so full and thick. And I'm like, wow. I'm just like, how peaceful this is, right? Up there, it's just so nice and so peaceful and so serene. And I need to clean my deck because, as you can see, the birds have made their mark and there's pollen. So I gotta shine my deck, but there's no sense in doing it today because it's going to rain. It's already drizzling. But this is a beautiful day, guys. This is a beautiful Saturday morning. It's the perfect time to be at the beach. I mean, really. But it's going to be warm. It's going to be hot today. And that's the uncomfortable part of it. It's going to be hot. Why am I here right now? Why am I doing this? Because I just miss you guys. And Kalani, you said it's nice to hear your voice. Thank you. And I mean that sincerely, because and aloha to you and Chloe and Sophie and Ziggy. It's so funny to me how I do not like my voice at all. I don't. And I try to always talk and speak calmly, you know, because I know I can get hyper and start talking fast and all that. And I can't stand to hear my own voice a lot, most of the time. And it's like, I will try to listen to my own videos. You know, like my Bible study videos and stuff. Kalani, I'm telling you the truth, I can't go through it all. Most times, I can't get through it all because I can't handle hearing the sound of my voice. And that is the honest to God truth. I can't get through the whole video, really. Sometimes I can, but most times I can't. And I'm just sitting here passing the time away, sitting out here spending time with the Lord, enjoying and appreciating this beautiful Saturday morning because it's just clouds everywhere and I love overcast skies. And my husband wanted me to bake a cake. Here's the deal. Now, Kalani, I know that you do not want me eating cake. And we know this, but I've been a baker forever. Ever since I would say I was maybe 16, 17, I've been baking and experimenting. And my greatest teacher with baking was a man named Frank. My second greatest teacher was, what's that lady's name? You know what Rachel Ray. I used to watch Rachel Ray when she first came out. I used to watch her faithfully, and I learned not to rely on measurements but feel. And that was what I learned from one of the things that I learned from Rachel Ray is, and I like it better that way, where you just add a little bit of water and a little bit more until you get that texture that you want. So I try not to go by measurements, but by feel. Just give me the measurement and I'll feel it out for myself, that kind of stuff. So my husband said, you know, you don't bake the cakes anymore, you don't bake the pies anymore, you know, and I would love to have, if not one of your classic old-fashioned 7-Up pound cakes, which is my favorite, which I intend to be eating in heaven. My second favorite cake, which is what he requested, is a strawberry jello cake. So I'm baking a strawberry jello cake. And I just poured in the hot strawberry jello and I put in a little bit of glaze, and now I'm baking it in the oven for the last like 8 minutes so it can be nice and crispy and glazy. I like to bake my cakes from scratch, so that way I control how much butter and how much sugar and what type of sugar is in it. If I'm going to use a cake mix, it's going to be that, I think it's the Jewish, the letter begins with a K. I can't even pronounce it. But to me, it's the best cake mix that I can find as far as the quality of ingredients that are in it. Yeah, so I went ahead and I'm baking him the cake, and I'm not going to go to sleep until I know that that cake is just right. And he also wanted me to bake a pudding cake, which I absolutely love to bake as well. And it's rough, Kalani, because I'm trying to stay away from the temptation of things. I've been doing fairly well with Manjaro and stuff, and June is coming up, and this is it. No more Manjaro for me, which is fine, because I want to start a video where I'm going to start recording and documenting my journey on semaglutide. Maybe I'll do better on semaglutide. I don't know. I doubt it, but we'll see, right? So, yeah. So, I'm baking this cake, and I'm baking it in a heart-shaped pan. So it'll be a heart-shaped cake for him. And I'll cut a piece out, put it in his lunch, that kind of stuff. But for me, I'll take a portion of it for myself, put it in the freezer. And that way, if I ever have a sweet tooth, I could just nibble on a little bit and it won't, trigger anything. Because I can't deal with all that sweets. I love pastries and cakes and pies, and I'm sure you do too. But it's, it just ain't happening anymore, So yeah, that's baking in the oven. And other than that, I have no plans for today, Kalani. I know you probably, I don't know, do you swim on the weekends? Or is it like just a Monday through Friday thing? I'm done everything for the weekend. Thank the Lord. I can rest. Oh my goodness. I look forward to just resting. Everything is done. Everything is done. So I'm going to kick back and look at some Prime Video movies. Hey, I did rent a movie. Any of you guys watch that movie by M. Night Shyamalan? I always watch his movies. The only movie that I did not watch was Old. So I'm going to cheat and find out what that movie was about. Why did they age on this island? But I did rent A Knock at the Cabin, something like that. That was really good. That was really good. Just in case you don't like spoilers, all I'm going to say is it was based on a book. And if the movie was pretty good, I'm sure that the book is going to be better. I don't know what changes they made from the book to the movie or anything like that. But God got a little bit of glory in it. And I love that. And I love the fact that it was different. But it was about the 4 horsemen. The apocalypse. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That's the most I will say. I had no idea. I watched it blindly. I had no idea what the movie was about. All I knew, it was one of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, and I liked the trailer, but I did not know what was going on. I was absolutely clueless, so I went in it totally blind. So we watched that, and of course, he wanted pizza, and I already had pizza in the freezer. I had vegan pizza in the freezer, the healthiest form of pizza that I could have, with pesto toppings on it. And he didn't want that, and I really didn't want to cook. So I had a credit for DoorDash, and I just ordered him a big old large cheese pizza, and then came home, got it, and then I just seasoned it and sprayed olive oil on it, and then I put some oregano and some onions and some green peppers and some You know, I like to add things to the, you know, to the pizza as opposed to them. I got mushrooms. I could put mushrooms on it, and then just rebake it, and then I have all the toppings I want. So I made that for him, and we just had pizza night, pizza and a movie, and I ate the smallest slice that they had. There was like 2 little small slices. You know how they don't always cut every slice evenly, so I just took the 2 little smallest slices, and I ate that, and I feel fine. You know, that was my cheat for the weekend, and I'm okay with it. So that's it. So Kalani, thank you so much, sweetheart, for your love and your support, and I love you crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'm gonna check on this cake, and I'm gonna see what other movie I can lay back in bed and watch. If you have any suggestions on any movies, I don't care if it's old or new, whatever you like, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I don't like action movies. I'm not the big action type person. I used to be, but as I got older, I just really mostly like mysteries and old classic Hammer horrors, you know, like Dracula and you know, stuff like that. I don't like exorcisms and demonic stuff. Of course, I don't like that stuff, but I like atmospheric stuff, spooky, haunted houses, and, you know, spooky, not crazy, but just like spooky. I love good mysteries. I love inspirational. I love Christian movies, and I love, well, certain types. And I love drama, people, everyday life, you know, and I love movies that take place in the winter time as opposed to the summer. Oh, yeah. So and I love one-man movies. You like one-man movies? Like All Is Lost. Remember that movie with Robert Redford? All Is Lost, when he was out there on that ocean. And oh my gosh, imagine that. I love that movie. I've watched that movie over 100 times. I'm serious. Do you have any movies that you look at that are like, that you've watched over and over? Like you can literally say that you've watched it over 100 times. You know what's going to happen. You can say the lines right along with the actor because you've seen it so many times. All Is Lost is one of those movies for me. So I love movies that have to do with people being out on the water. I love movies where it's winter time. I love movies that have a lot of nighttime scenes in it. I'm weird, I know, but I just love that spooky, atmospheric theme, especially when I'm relaxing, you know, winding down for the night or whatever. My mother is like that. That's where I got it from. My mother. So yeah, so if you feel like it, let me know what movies you like. Well, it is drizzling rain, and I'm going to go ahead and head in. I just wanted to give you a special shout out to let you know that I love you and I appreciate you, and thank you so much for enjoying my voice. Good gosh. And so this was just especially for you, and anyone else that wants to listen to my voice or enjoy this video, then let the blessings spread, right? So I will be back on again. I'll do another daily bread. I'll try to do something else real soon. Okay, so I love you, sweetheart. Mwah, hugs and kisses, and I will see you real soon. Bye.